We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, wow! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com. And most importantly, friends, SidescrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Good to see ya. Happy Monday to ya. What's going on in my ears over here? We got some crazy things happening. Anyways, I'm glad you're with us today on this wonderful Monday. We got a big show lined up for you guys. It is solid. It is packed. I can't even tell you how much we have going on. Hello, Blabs.
I don't know what's happening, but it's really funny. I just hear all these loud noises and stuff.
It's like someone's going like this in the chair.
It's like somebody, whoever's like really adjusting their keyboard or their desk or something. I don't know, but it's making me laugh, so thank you. But also, hello, happy Monday, everybody.
Let's first find out if it is Eric from You, Me, and the Movies. Eric, how are you?
Was that what you guys heard?
I don't know, man.
I was muted. It was on screen.
No, but we can hear you.
All right. Howdy.
Yeah, we all just like doing. ASMR.
It's good. Well, Eric, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. My coffee's nice and stirred now. Oh, there you go.
He's over here doing the barista thing over here. He's celebrating Side Scrollers while shaking it, which is good. Not only are we joined by the wonderful Eric today, who we have big news for. Looking forward to announcing that very, very shortly. Also joined by our friend Jeff from World Class Bullshitters. Oh, there he is. He's also.
And we all got stuff.
Yeah, getting my water real watery. Thanks for having me, guys. It's always good to be back on my favorite video game show.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you very much. It's a favorite best video game podcast in the entire world. That's one thing we know, which is great.
I agree.
At the helm today, as always, joined by our homeboy, Phoenix.
What up, dogs? Always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
What's cooking?
Where's your stuff? Shake it.
I don't have anything.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm a failure.
failed.
I apologize. Sorry.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got a big show lined up for you guys today. Massive show. We have 128,000 people who have subscribed to our channel over on YouTube. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button as well, because as you know, apparently you don't count on YouTube unless you hit the thumbs up button or leave a comment. So, hey, I don't make the rules. I just play by them sometimes when it comes to the YouTube world. With that said, we do have a big announcement today right off the bat, as one of our guests here, directly to Blabs's left, I guess her left, you're right, will be joining us over on Side Scrollers Plus, a brand new partner to the show. There he is. It's Eric from You, Me, and the Movies. Also, I believe you brought back the best in the West.
I have. I've been streaming on at Rabble Wrangler on YouTube, as well as Twitch, Rumble, Kick. Nobody watches me on Kick. But I also stream on X too. So at Rabble Wrangler, if you want to watch the best in the West, the Rabble Wrangler.
Yeah.
Do all the best gaming there is.
So we have some great things coming down the pipeline with a number of new partners. You can join, obviously, Desiree, Wicked Virtue. You can Kirsche, obviously, all the stuff that we're producing over here. Eric now joins, as well as all of our shows. And you can get it all for the first month for only $1. If you use promo code $, we are right on the edge of that 1,000 member barrier, and we would love for you guys to join today. Celebrate Eric's joining Plus by using promo code $. We would greatly appreciate that. Also, coming up on Plus this week on Wednesday, I'll be playing the super viral game Grandpa High on Retro I know nothing about this game outside of it's the game of the year. And it's kind of, I guess it's kind of like GTA-ish. So I have it downloaded, ready to go. I purchased the game. So we'll be playing that Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern time. That's 2 o'clock Central. I think that's right. So anyways, look, we'll tell you guys more on Wednesday. But either way, I want you guys to join. We got a lot of good things happening in addition to Eric joining. And it's great stuff. So glad everybody's with us today. We have, like I said, a packed show. We're getting into this whole T-app thing that was hacked, which is hilarious. We have an update on the collective shout nonsense. Did you know, guys, that Sydney Sweeny is now a Nazi? Do you know that?
To the club.
Yes, and a fascist, which is a thing.
Do these people even know what that word is?
No, of course not. They're psycho crazy. Yeah, they're psycho crazy.
They just like using
Whoever
these
they
words
don't
around like Skittles.
Yes, the Skittles crew just throwing out crazy
No,
words
it's
like
true,
that.
but like, yeah, they just throw these words around. They don't even know what it means. I woke up this morning to a bunch of messages on a YouTube video saying I was a racist, but I didn't say anything.
Oh, well.
That was amazing. I was like, what?
But that's because you are.
I
That's
guess so.
You should
Just like,
hear
alright.
Blabs. You should
Well,
hear
we love
Blabs
you.
after the show. It's
My
ridiculous.
N words. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh my!
What were we
It's
saying,
all
Jeff?
right.
I'm sorry?
Phoenix has a black brother. It's okay. I have the pass
That's
too
it.
from
I give
Flawed.
everyone the pass. Everyone.
Yeah.
I'm taking it back, Blabs. I'm sorry because I live it.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay. The pass has been revoked, Blabs. You can't just go around willy-nilly saying that. I'm just saying.
Man.
You should
You
hear
get
it.
one per rap song.
It's very violent when Blab says it too. Anyways, we're going to be talking about this UK Online Safety Act. We'll get to that as well because, hey, got to protect the kiddos, right? And how that could potentially make its way over to the United States. It's scary stuff. And if we have time, I would love to discuss Happy Gilmore 2 with everybody. Did you guys get a chance to watch Happy Gilmore 2?
Oh
Jeff,
man.
Sadly.
Jeff doesn't care.
No, I care. I watched it. I wasted an hour and a half of my life.
It's actually an hour and 50 minutes of your life.
I was going to
long.
say 2 hours, but
Yeah.
it was just a lot.
Well, we'll get to that. And coming up at the top of next hour, we're going to bring back a friend of ours. Jennifer Say will be joining us from XXXY Athletics. We're going to be telling the story of her platform and how they've been banned off TikTok, and they've had going back and forth with TikTok. So Jennifer will be joining us a little bit later. She is the former executive of Levi Jeans and now running this XXXY brand, and they are on fire over there. So we're going to be talking to her in a little bit. So, but as always, we like to start the show with Today in Gaming History, Blabs. So please fill us in on today's illustrious game releases.
Alrighty then, everybody. July 25th, guys. The King of Fighters 95 was released in Japan in 1995. We have Little Buster's Ecstasy, this time released in Japan in 2008. By the way, this is July 25th. Why is July 28th, Phoenix?
Hey, where's July 28th?
I was like, I did this already.
Familiar.
I was like, well, did we just do
fine.
this? All right, listen, I
Everything's
can
fine.
save the day. Hang on.
I got
Going.
it. Share my screen.
Oh, I was gonna go pull it up.
There we go.
No. I have one. Where is it? I don't even know. Here it is. I got it. Hang on. I'm saving the day. Shut up. Okay, got it. Ready.
Okay.
Nobody said a dang thing, Blabs.
Oh, whatever, man. Okay,
King
here
of
we go.
Fighters. Ah.
Ta-da! Okay, July 28th, NetHack was released in 1987. We have King of the Fighters released in 1997 in Japan. And then, listen, I thought you guys would really like this, but Mario Golf Toadstool Tour was released in 2003.
Boy, do I.
Huh?
Well, Blabs,
That
some
was a
noticeable. Yeah, so NetHack is the most notable game right there on that list. Obviously, King of Fighters and Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. That is what it is. But some noticeable games that you did miss today, Blabs, include World Heroes, the Street Fighter clone. Do you guys remember that game, World Heroes? No? Man,
Barely.
I played that one. I played it for the Super Nintendo. That was that's like right when Street Fighter 2 was taken over and everybody ran out and tried to make a Street Fighter clone as fast as they possibly could. World Heroes was one of that game. I think they made like 3 or 4 World Hero games, which was crazy. let's see. We also have. There was one game on here that I was like, there it is. Yes, New Super Mario Brothers 2 for the DS.
Hang on. So you didn't give a shit about my tennis tour, but you gave a crap about the 3DS game.
Yeah, because Toadstool Tour's fine.
It's better.
Yeah, the New Super Mario Brothers 2 is better. It's a better
Have
game.
you guys noticed that Shin Megami Tensei is on every single day? Every single day.
It sure does.
They have like a dozen games.
Yeah.
Bunch of remakes.
Shadow Hearts for the PlayStation 2 was released 20 years ago. Fatal Frame 3. A lot of games released today. Lost Dimensions 10 years ago. Jeez Louise. King's Quest. Is this a reboot for King's Quest? That's funny. Ukulele was released 9 years ago. That was kind of the spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie, which was, they've actually remade Ukulele since then, which is very weird.
I should have put Metopia on the list. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, you should have. Destroy All Humans reboot right there. And this is a game I thought I'd really like to play, but I just didn't really want to support Disney at all.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. That was announced, and then it just kind of went under the radar, didn't it?
It looked really, really fun.
Yeah, it kind of gave me Epic Mickey vibes.
I think Mally played a little bit for a while. That's where I was watching. It looked decent. Yeah.
Yeah. Really
about that game.
Yeah, pretty good stuff right there. So there you go, Blabs. You guys have any thoughts about any of those games on that list today?
Oh, Grounded on there. The Grounded was fairly big as well. That was a big one for property for Xbox.
Was it? Because I don't remember it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that great.
It's like
that
Honey, I
was
Shrunk the Kids, the video game, basically.
Yep. Okay. All right. That sounds like something I'd be interested in. But I guess nobody else was because I've never heard of it before.
Wow.
Well, it was also,
Craig.
well, I'm just saying, it was also released in 2020, which July 2020, what was happening right there was, everyone's all masked up.
Very peaceful.
Yeah, it was definitely a peaceful time in our country. Yes. All right. Well, look, a lot of good things going on today, but I'll tell you what, we have a lot going on our show. So I wanted to give you guys a heads up that if you guys like a little bit long ago, like we got events coming up, we got the show every day. Life is nuts. We all understand that. And if your life is like mine, if you got a bunch of things going on, I wanted to tell you about Magic Mind. Now, they came to us. I've talked about them many, many times on the channel. They are a great friend of our channel, and they have provided me with all three products at different time. They have the original Magic Mind, which is just an original formula. They have a free Magic Mind, which is built around the idea of no caffeine. The original is kind of a balanced, but I want to talk about my personal favorite product from Magic Mind, which is their Max product. So when you buy it, you get this little box and you put it in your refrigerator and you have it, and they give you all these little shots here. They're super small. They're super, they're like, don't take up a whole lot of space in your refrigerator, but this is like my personal favorite. So you got 3 different versions of it, but I definitely prefer the Max. I get distracted like really easy, and more or less, this is like a super focus shot for me. I don't do coffee, and this is like a really, really great alternative for me on a day-to-day basis. If your brain is juggling like 14 things at once and you got a lot going on, Max might be exactly what you need. I like, for my dad who drinks a lot of coffee, like you may want to give him the free one, right? Or if you feel pretty good, if you drink coffee, then maybe you want to do the original formula. But either way, right now, Magic Mind has a really great offer going on right now. If you scan the QR code right here, bada bing, bada boom, you'll get 60% off your first subscription. It's the biggest discount they've ever had. They also have a 100% money back guarantee. So if it's not for you, no stress, no big deal. You just return it. It's basically trying it risk-free, which is awesome. The link is in the pinned comment. It's also in the description. It's also in the pinned everywhere. So look, you can scan right here, or you can check that out, or go to magicmind.com/scrollersmf. So that's scrollersmf to grab the deal. We greatly appreciate Magic Mind helping us out. Once again, 100% money back guaranteed. My personal favorite, Max, right here. I took it before the show. Love it. Take about 30 minutes before it kind of gets me ready to go. So appreciate them helping out. A lot of good things happening over there at Magic Mind. All right, let's get into it, friends. We got a lot going on. As I mentioned right off the bat, Bike Short says, why the thumbnail have Blabs twin?
That's so insulting. I don't have a fucking bull nose ring.
Pull up that thumbnail real quick, Phoenix, if you don't mind.
Uno momento, por
Sure, you
favor.
got it. Joey says the
Like, how many
thumbnail.
buttons?
The thumbnail looks like Blab's forgotten sister that her family never told her
This is
about.
so rude.
Oh no! There it is. There's Blabs.
How the hell do I look the same?
No, it's striking resemblance. It's okay. It's good.
Throw your bangs out.
Jeff, what do you think? You think that Blabs and that girl
Shit
have
on
a
you,
thing going on?
Jeff. Don't even dare.
Oh, since you threatened me, spitting image. I mean, I'm an artist. I pay attention to every little detail. Same nose, same eyes, everything. Only the haircut's different. Blabs, are you
Right.
sure that's not you in a wig?
Eric, are you typing like an essay? What are you doing?
I'm not tapping at all.
Who's
Oh.
typing anything?
Yeah, who is that?
It was Phoenix.
Oh, you're right there, Phoenix?
The show can't hear that. Sorry.
Oh.
The show can't hear that.
Oh, so now they think I'm crazy. Anyway, guys, we can hear Phoenix, and he was typing up an essay. I could barely hear.
This is more or less what it sounds like. Mercenary says, "Good morning, Blabs is fired." I have
Sorry, Eric.
Can we just focus on just our voices, please, for a minute? Sorry about that, Mercenary. Illogical Victory says T-App didn't get hacked. They had no encryption. Yeah, we'll talk about that as well. Commodore fan says, "Thanks for the awful thumbnail, Craig. Now I need eye bleach." Also went dolphin spotting over the weekend with the fam and saw two getting down. Kind of awkward. Oh, well, that's
In Miami?
I don't know, but congratulations, Commodore fan. You got baby dolphins coming your way. Silo Full of Cool Ranch Reader says, "Dear Lord, who would think that woman in the thumbnail would be attractive in the first place? Piercings like that are unattractive." Pull it up one more time there, Phoenix. See if you can grab
Oh.
Uno momento, por favor.
it. Pull up Blabs' evil twin
Okay,
over here.
Hold up.
Which button is it? I think it's that one. Oh, God.
There we go. Wow. Blabs,
Dude,
like,
that is so
Blabs is-
insulting.
why?
Only Blabs if she got a liberal arts degree.
That's great. Enrique says, "Buffalo Jeff, hello, Craig. Come with me to your basement and gaze upon Jake Gyllenhaal's abs." Also, Jeff asked Craig if you can try for Nerd Duel. You want to play some Nerd Duel, Jeff?
Yeah, sure.
That'd be great.
Yeah, but we're going to bring back Nerd Duel very, very soon.
Try me, Jeff.
Uh-oh, we got the current champ.
Somebody, Enrique, I know Enrique, and he read me all of one of your show's questions when we were in a car ride, and I got them all right. So I'm ready to play, man. I live this shit 24/7.
Let's go. Love that. Good up for Elf Pyre Ava, who came in as a new member. Love to see that. Thanks so much, Ava. Joey says, Dragon Ball Ultimate Battle 22 is the crappiest Dragon Ball game ever made. Thanks, Joey. Mata says, "Hey, bada bing, where's Flash? Was hoping you guys would discuss Sweeney's assets. Oh, well.
Hey.
What's the Habs crew and Cowboy Guy? Arrivederci, mi amigos. Mozzarella, pizza scoli, ravioli, candolis." Flash is off today. He's taking care of some business. So let him, which is great. Mercenary says, also, happy birthday to 84 to Peter Cullen. And we have this: AI waifus are creepy, but T-App Karens are why they exist. Newton's third law in action: stigmatizing in-person courtship is millennials' biggest L. Yes. Mercenary says Peter Cullen, Optimus Prime, outlasted Hogan. He did indeed. M16 Mojo came in with a $20 direct donation saying, "What's your thoughts on the new Battlefield 6 trailer? Kind of gives me vibes of the old Delta Force series. I really enjoy the Black Hawk." See what he did there. Did you guys see the Battlefield 6 trailer? By chance?
I have not.
I
know
saw a
it was
little
it.
bit, but not a whole lot.
So we're kind of gun shy about reacting things on the show because we don't really know who or what is going to
You should
flag
be
us.
fine with the video game trailers.
Have you tried reacting
The
to a
music.
Mortal Kombat trailer? Yeah, that's the other thing is the music. Look, I'm all about old school references to games. Maybe we'll check that out soon or do a reaction to that. Thank you, M16 Mojo. Appreciate that greatly. Tenarian says, "I think if they think Sydney Sweeney is bad, they should meet my great uncle Adolf. He managed to get the name despite being born after the war. He had a cool mustache too, kind of Burt Reynolds like. Best mailman in town." All right, Tenarian. All right. John says, "Mario Golf Toadstool Tour was my dad's favorite game to play with me. I also had one of the best sudden death songs." Or it also had one of those. "It didn't have to go that hard for golf." Good job today, Blabs. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Do you see how she's like, wow.
Who, me?
Me? All right. We have a lot going on. Very, very glad you're with us today. So let's get into it, friends. It's time for my favorite. What the hell is going on? What was that?
What is that? What are you guys doing? I blame Eric this time. I actually do.
You guys ever been on a show before? Like,
What's the show?
All right. It's time for my favorite
This is
segment. Joe's favorite segment.
ASMR.
Everybody in the world's favorite segment. Who farted? It's time for hard news. Yes, we got Eric in the background with it too. See, you can't blame me on that, Eric, because Phoenix is the one running the board now. So, but we got did we get his Z?
My audio was going. Yeah, because you hear everything like this, right?
It was you, wasn't it, Mr.
It
Fart
has
Machine?
been Eric.
I was letting
all
my
along.
arm rest up because my dog's saying hi.
Oh.
Well, let's say hi to your pup. Oh, look at that dog. That's a good puppy.
Hi.
No,
It's
everyone
Howdy.
loves- Howdy the puppy dog. Everyone loves a good dog.
Say hi, Howdy.
Yeah.
Say hi.
There's a good puppy dog.
Good boy.
Let's go.
Well, later.
All right, thumbs up for the puppy dogs, everybody, which is great. Not thumbs up for this. As look, I know you guys watched a lot of movies. We'll get to Happy Gilmore in just a little bit, but there have been reboots out the wazoo recently, and this is a reboot I didn't quite think we'd see, as apparently a sequel to Bend It Like Beckham.
Finally.
Phoenix is the one audience member.
Is it like a 20-year reunion or something?
Crazy.
I don't know.
I think it's even more than, isn't it like a 2002 movie? So it's over 20 years.
25-year soccer alumni game.
Yeah,
It makes no sense because both of these characters would be retired.
yes. So yeah, David Beckham has been retired for many, many years now at this point.
Yeah, but like David Beckham's not actually in the movie. You know that, right? You've seen this movie before, right?
Look, it was released in 2022.
He's not seen this movie.
No. I have seen this movie.
Mhm.
I have.
Decent.
Yeah,
It's cute. It's a funny comedy movie.
Apparently, it's hilarious, fresh, and funny. The best British comedy since Bridget Jones' Diary.
I mean, it's funny because like Keira Knightley's mom thinks she's a lesbian. It's really funny.
So, anyways, I'm sure it'll be super progressive and great. They said the cast are aware of a sequel is being developed, but they obviously want to see the script before they commit.
Which is fair.
Yes, I'm certain everyone's going to want to come back right there. Who are these actors?
So that's Keira Knightley.
Uh-huh.
What's her face's name is the other one. She's done a bunch of other movies. She was in Ella Enchanted. She was like Ella's best friend.
You've seen that, Craig. Come on, right? Your favorite.
It's a classic, Craig. Come on. Now.
Obviously.
Classic.
It's just, here's the thing. It's just so, this one just comes after like a whole bunch of other ones being like, oh, we're making a sequel. Oh, we're doing this. It's like every single thing that we grew up with is already having a stupid ass, unnecessary cash grab sequel. Like right now, they're filming The Devil Wears Prada 2. Why? Who asked for it? Nobody did. How are you going to make a continuation of this?
I've been waiting for decades, Blabs. Don't speak for me.
You're absolutely right.
She's thriving. Shout out Anne Hathaway, Meryl Streep. Like, nobody asked for it.
What do you think of the conversation? Like, who was like, we really need to bring back the soccer movie with the girls in it? Like
right?
who really thought that and was like, yeah, let's make this happen. Let's develop this out. Yes.
There is a dartboard somewhere out in Hollywood, and every property is on that dartboard. And once a day, they just line it up, look away, and see what sticks. And now it's Bend It Like Beckham too. So that's how it happens.
They're not even going to update it with like a newer soccer star. Like, roll it with
Bend It Like Messi. Like, what are we going to do here?
That actually would make more money if they just remade the movie about somebody that's obsessed with that dude. And then you got a whole new generation.
What's the one that he likes to roll around and cry? Is his name Neymar? I always forget his name. Neymar, isn't it? He's
Neymar, yeah.
He's part of, what was he, Egyptian or something? He's always running around, crawling, like crying and everything. It's that guy. That's the one I'm talking about.
Soccer, Blabs. They all are. They're all on the ground.
I don't watch soccer.
No, they're on the
no
ground
one does.
crying. Oh, maybe they could do like chomp it like Suarez. If the chat knows, he used to bite
Chomp it
everybody.
like Suarez. I love that.
Have you never seen Suarez bite people?
I
He's a
have, but
biter.
I love
He's
that
like-
title.
He got in trouble and everything, and he stopped biting people. Kind of funny.
That's not fun. That he
People
stopped.
lose ears.
What?
All right. So, anyways, look for that sequel gracing the silver screen soon.
And exiting immediately there.
right.
You sure it's not going to be streaming release only?
Yeah.
Straight to Netflix
Disney
for that
Plus.
one right there. That's right. Yeah, maybe it's a Disney Plus property. You know, let's go and keep it on movies and talk about the biggest movie released this past weekend, which was Happy Gilmore 2. I watched it on Friday night. I had an opportunity to sit down with my wife and enjoy the movie. But first, I want to know, did everyone here get a chance to see it?
No, I don't have
Yes.
Netflix.
I watched it.
Okay, so Eric watched it. Jeff watched it. Phoenix, did you get a chance to watch Happy Gilmore 2?
Nope, I haven't.
Okay. Now, what you guys have everyone here seen the original Happy Gilmore, Blabs? This is mainly a
course.
question for Blabs.
Nope.
Dozens of
haven't.
times.
I know I've seen it, but I remember zero of it. So that doesn't really
It's
help,
a
does
soccer
it?
movie.
Yeah.
It's actually called Chomp It Like Suarez.
Well, let's go and start with my review first and foremost. I thought it was fun. It was ridiculous and over the top, and definitely isn't the classic the original is, but it had its fun moments. And I said I gave it a solid 7 out of an IGN 7 out of 10, meaning that it may be a 5, it may be a 9, right? And I think that's the biggest thing when you look at people's thoughts on this. This guy is Happy Gilmore 2 is exactly what it should have been. Really stupid, full of throwbacks, and with ridiculous amount of cameos. Absolutely perfect sequel. Saw this from BetMGM. I know a lot of people felt this way here with little Homer looking at classic Happy Gilmore and old Homer looking at old Happy Gilmore now. And whatever Amy says, did I watch Happy Gilmore 2? Yes. Did I think it was corny? Yes. Did I love it? Also, yes. But not many people. Well, Adrian Curry also says Happy Gilmore 2 is the best movie I've seen this year, and I haven't finished it yet.
Wow.
But Nina Infinity did not like it. Says, sad to say Happy Gilmore 2 was a disappointment. Had a few funny moments, but really dropped the ball. I don't understand Sandler's incessant need of injecting his emo BS into everything. Did not like it. I didn't pick up on that. That's interesting. So before we get to some of the cameos and stuff, I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on this. Eric, let's start with you first and foremost.
I mean, it was nowhere near the classic that Happy Gilmore is. I did see that the Rotten Tomato score for Happy Gilmore 2 is better than the original, which is ridiculous. It just means critics 25 years ago didn't know what the hell they were talking about, just like they do still. But it was entertaining, especially if you're an old school Happy Gilmore fan. A lot of callbacks. Some of the cameos were stupid, like Eminem. Did not like that one.
Yeah.
But I did like what they did with Shooter McGavin. So, all in all, I was entertained. I wasn't expecting much from it, so it met my expectations.
From my understanding, they had to dramatically change the plot because originally it had what's his name? I'm blanking on the
Carl Weathers
alligator.
was supposed to
Carl,
be-
what? Thank you.
supposed to be in
Chubbs,
it
yeah,
more, and
Chubbs.
Yeah,
Adam Sandler said he had to rewrite it after Carl died.
rewrite the whole thing. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I'm wondering if it's the first 5 minutes his wife dies. So
Yeah. That
they
I think
changed that.
I know that I'm not alone when I say, like, that was the general thought. It's literally, in the first Happy Gilmore, it says, my name is Happy Gilmore. And there's the full like preamble to the whole movie, right? That happens. His wife dies in the first 5 minutes and everyone's like, me and my wife looked at each other like, what just happened? Like, it was very shocking to see her die. Jeff, okay, so your thoughts. You did not like this movie.
No, I love Happy Gilmore. I think Adam Sandler has a great record for sports movies in general with The Waterboy and Longest Yard and that. But I don't really watch a lot of Adam Sandler movies much anymore because they're kind of, I just don't know how to describe this one. Like, for as weird and bizarre as the first one is, this one tried to like pull a Force Awakens and bring back literally everything. It's like, hey, it's Mr. Larson's son. Hey, it's the gravestone of Grandma. Hey, it's this. Hey, it's that. It's like, it just didn't really land for me. Now, parts were hilarious. I didn't think it was unfunny. I just didn't love it. I love Happy Gilmore 1, and I was very disappointed. Like, Bad Bunny's okay in my book, but they made him weird. I thought the way the movie was kind of edited and shot didn't work. But the weird thing is, like, I liked the idea of Happy Gilmore versus Maxi Golf. I really liked the old versus new dynamic. I thought the casting was good. I just did not enjoy it. I thought it was like too many Adam Sandler family cameos. Those kids can't act. His wife's in it. It just feels like, hey guys, Netflix is going to pay me $100 million. Come over to my house and we're going to film something this weekend. And of course, Rob Schneider's in it. But I do like Rob Schneider, so that's not a negative. That's actually a big plus.
In it for like 5 seconds.
That was like the best part of the movie, though.
Right. That was probably the best cameo in it, was Rob Schneider. But there were other cameos, including, like you mentioned, people who have died in it. This one, this was kind of a super niche cameo, but Cameron Boyce died. He was kind of like being included. He was in Grown Ups and such, and this, they found like really clever ways to include him. You know, this is where Happy is kind of returning to golf.
I saw this clip, so like I don't know anything that's going on in this movie, but I did see the whole little Cameron memoriam. I thought that was very, very sweet. So if you guys didn't know, he died in 2019 from a seizure in his sleep. So it was very sad because he was like a former Disney star and all that stuff. He was in The Descendants, whatnot. Yeah.
I thought that the first half of the movie was actually pretty slow, but it picked up in the second half when they actually kind of got to golf, where he's kind of retraining himself to play, and he's playing in that foursome with the 3 randoms. I thought that scene like lasted like way too long. You know, it was like 10 minutes long. I was like, okay, I get it. You know, they're annoying and all this stuff. And the other kind of glaring thing to me was, obviously Victoria dies 5 minutes into the movie, and that's why he hits the bottle, right? That's one of the big things is Happy Gilmore overcomes alcoholism, right?
Virginia.
What'd I say?
Victoria. They're all V's.
Sorry. Yeah. Victoria, Vicky Valancourt, they're all V names, right? You'll notice a theme in his movies. So Victoria dies in the first like 5 minutes of the movie, and it's very jarring, and that's why Happy Gilmore hits the bottle. But if you wanted that to be like an underlying theme of the movie of Happy Gilmore being an alcoholic and having to overcome this stuff, there are other ways to do it. Let's just say maybe he had a back injury from swinging so hard and he got injured and he used alcohol as a way. Like, you didn't need to kill off the wife, right? There are other ways why people get depressed or not able to play golf or whatever it may be, that send them down this rabbit hole. So having her die so early on was obviously very jarring. She was still an active part of the movie and acted in various parts of it. But like I said, for me, it was enjoyable. Will I watch it again? I don't know, maybe. But I think that's one of the things that Adam Sandler does extremely well is he makes like comfort movies where you can just kind of put them on, play them in the background, and you'll pick things up when you're, I don't know, doing the dishes or something like that. You'll hear something and be like, oh, that was a funny line. So, you know, you look at Adam Sandler movies, it was a like quintessential modern Adam Sandler movie where like, does that make sense?
It does in all the wrong ways.
Right. You
Real
go back
quick. Sorry to interrupt. I'm going to start cutting out for our next guest. I'll see you guys real soon.
Yeah, sounds good. You look at like his movies that he was in early in his career, right? He was in a lot of cameos and such. If you can share my screen here, Phoenix. Obviously, he was in Airheads early on as Pip. But Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore back to back. That's why his production company is Happy Madison, right? Mm-hmm. So you know, they were huge, massive takeovers. It was in Bulletproof, which was kind of a letdown, but which I still enjoyed, by the way. But Wedding Singer, all-time classic.
I adore that movie. I adore that movie. Like, that is a movie you can watch on the plane and not be bored and not be annoyed because you're on a freaking plane. Like, I love that movie. Yeah. Such a good one.
Waterboy, Big Daddy, Little Nicky. you know, like Mr. Deeds. He had a lot of hits.
The hot chick was hilarious. I mean, he was just credited. He was, the drummer, but freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Stop banging those drums.
Then he had like the rom-com phase with 50 First Dates and all that stuff. He kind of went out of, there are still comedies, but Zohan I think is extremely underrated, by the way.
Oh my gosh, you don't miss with the Zohan.
Zohan is really funny. Yeah, I think Zohan is great. Grown Ups, which I think Grown Ups was like the early 2000s. I could turn on Grown Ups.
I love Grown Ups.
Grown Ups 1 and 2 are great.
The second one's not as good. It's kind of it feels like it goes on longer than it needs to, but the first one's fantastic. Like my dad hates these type of movies, and even he loves Grown Ups.
Yep. Blended.
That's a good
Pixels. Ridiculous. This is where the Netflix phase happened.
Yep.
And like Hotel Transylvania as well. Like those were massive hits. Massive hits.
Pixels is underrated.
You like Pixels?
I actually really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
I saw that trailer more than any movie trailer I'd ever seen in my life. Like every
like
week, I felt like I was seeing
appreciated
another
more if
one.
it came out today.
It would. It was ahead of its time.
Okay. I don't think anyone's ever said Pixels was ahead of its time, but I appreciate that.
Gaming culture has become culture, but in 2015 we weren't there yet. It was still seen a certain way, but not anymore.
Yeah. Ridiculous Six was first of the Netflix movies, I believe. Then you did like Sandy Wexler, which was built around a Hollywood agent. There's like this underlying Sandler verse aspect to where there are characters that cross over from movies. He references like Sandy Wexler in other movies and stuff. I don't know, and Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems was phenomenal. That was a really good one. I think Hubie Halloween is underrated. Hustle is a phenomenal movie. Eric, you're shaking your head.
Hubie Halloween.
Yeah, Hubie Halloween. Yep. Mm-hmm. And I watched You Are So Not Invited to My Bat Mitzvah. I watched that with my daughter when she was like 11, and that was like our first kind of grown-up movie to watch with some. And that she really enjoyed it. I mean, I enjoyed it because I was watching with her. And I think once again, that's kind of what Adam Sandler does: is he makes these like weird popcorn movies that don't. They have some substance, but you remember some parts. And when you turn them on, you just kind of feel good. You feel warm. They're not, going to send you down this crazy rabbit hole of stories. You're going to see somebody you like. I think Happy Gilmore 2 will feel extremely dated in like 10 years because you're going to be looking at all the cameos going like, who the hell is that? Have no idea
That was
who
me
these
this
people
weekend.
are. Yeah, there was a lot of that. They referenced several podcasts. Obviously, we were not included on any of those podcasts, which would have been great.
Me neither.
Yeah, it's a shame, but either way, okay. So let's give it a random score here. Eric, you get to start. Score Happy Gilmore 2.
6.5.
6.5. Okay, Jeff.
I'll be generous and say 5. It was funny as hell at times, but real quick, the Shooter McGavin part was the best part of the movie, so that gets like 3 of those points because he was great.
The Shooter McGavin story arc, you talk about how it had to be rewritten. I don't think that's how the story was initially. I think Shooter was supposed to be the villain the entire time, which, spoilers, Shooter and Happy team up in it. And it had kind of I don't know, it felt very similar to some other movies. Like it felt like almost Cobra Kai-ish, where Johnny and Daniel kind of team up, if that makes sense,
But that's been the whole trend of Happy Gilmore 2 and a lot of these like revival movies, because you got to find the character in their lowest point in time. You got to find out what moment from the previous movie brought them here, and then you got to watch them build up with cameos from their past. I mean, there's like 20 movies like that, but I do see the similarities.
Yeah,
it's a formula that works, I guess.
It is indeed. Well, we'd love to hear your thoughts on the movie. You can let us know down in the comments, or you can go to sidescrollersplus.com like Justin did over here, and you could put together your review and go check it out. If you can just share my screen there, Phoenix, that'd be great. But yeah, you can go and create your own review. Let us know what you think down at Side Scrollers Plus. Do it for free. Just make a membership over there and let us know. Justin says it's, if you're a fan of the original, then the sequel won't disappoint. So unless you're Eric, unless You're Jeff.
I wasn't
Nothing
disappointed.
pleases me.
Okay, unless you're Jeff, not Eric. Definitely not Eric. Which is good.
Is a 5 out of 10 that bad of a score?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is.
I'm just taking the piss. It's terrible.
6.5 is passing.
All right. All right, let's go ahead and move on. We have in about 15 minutes, Jennifer Say from XXXY Athletics will be joining us to talk about how so controversial they are. They are extremely controversial, and TikTok banned them from their platform. We're going to spend about 20 minutes with her talking about that. But first, I want to talk about somebody else who is extremely controversial, and that, my friends, is Sydney Sweeny. Did you guys see the super viral Sydney Sweeny ads that went out this past week?
Yes, I did.
Of course.
I bought everything.
Just throwing down the money as fast as you possibly
I don't
can.
even wear women's clothing, but
Eric, did you see
My cousin has that.
Yeah, I got like 4 pairs of American Eagle jorts on their way. So
just
Hell yeah,
all-
man.
Well, apparently you have good genes too, because that was the whole tagline of this. But not everybody is happy here, including people who look exactly like this.
Yeah. She doesn't have good genes.
Yeah, so let's go and see why people are so upset with Sydney Sweeny.
I will be the friend that's too woke because those Sydney Sweeny American Eagle ads are weird. Like fascist weird. Like Nazi propaganda weird.
My body's composition is determined by my genes.
I'm sorry, Jeff, is this your first time seeing this, friend?
I heard about it. I didn't realize with such certainty this woman would speak. I couldn't make it through without laughing. But anyway,
I know.
continue. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's great. No, by all means, just giggle away because this is just insanity here.
Hey, eyes up here.
Sydney Sweeny has very keen.
Oh, there's
Genes
the
are
boing
passed down
again.
from parents to
Thank you,
offspring,
Phoenix.
often determining traits like hair color, personality,
I haven't seen this
even eye
one.
color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeny has very keen.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this?
American Eagle, a terrible name. That's sad. That is so sad. And you know what? It makes sense if you look behind her what flag she has on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
The American flag.
Of
Is it
course.
wrong? The first thing I noticed was the Pikachu in the background more than anything else.
Oh yeah, look at that.
A lot of
All the way in the
broken
back.
folks. A lot
Damn.
of broken folks over there. But yeah, this is the face that that she should be making. Me. Let's see.
Why do
Well,
they all
actually
look the
face-
same? They all have the round face, the big glasses, the piercings, the unwashed
Because
hair.
Blabs, they don't have good genes spelled with a G.
That's
so they all
true.
right.
They don't look like Sydney.
let's go ahead and see if
So
she has
they're
any.
jealous.
See if she has any valid points here.
Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda.
Good-looking people
What
have
else-
good genes. That's doesn't matter if she's blonde and blue-eyed. She could
Right.
be
Yeah.
a brunette with brown
Right.
eyes.
Yeah.
And she's got good genes.
It could be
Yeah.
Tyra Banks or whatever. You know, like it could
Yeah,
be anybody.
She's got good
But
genes.
but Sydney Sweeny just happens to be the flavor of the month right now, and you know, it fits. It fits
I'm
right here.
curious if when Zendaya was more popular a couple years ago, if this fat little Frogan was going around bitching instead, because Zendaya's half black, right? So would she be calling her a Nazi and a fascist and all these
You
things
know
when
the
she was
answer is
being
no.
super duper sexy in her clothing outfits and everything? What?
Was
No.
Zendaya ever sexy though?
Here's the thing. That I don't personally think she's all that sexy. However, she was being circulated in all these different commercials, right? Was she like
The it girl. Like she was the it girl, like Sydney Sweeny.
exactly? She was all these different fashion icons. I forget all these names. Who the hell cares? But yeah, she was like super duper famous. Lots of people were trying to get her for their
both in the
designer
same- what is
clothes
that,
or
Euphoria show?
perfume and whatnot.
So I see this freeze frame here on screen, and I feel
He's
like
reading.
I feel like this is exactly how she walks around all day, just like looking concerned about everything all the
One eye
time.
looks like it's
constantly.
looking in a different direction.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
scanning constantly for things to be upset about. So, but let's just see. Maybe she has some good points here, guys. Let's just see.
about like all of the young girls who are doing their back to school shopping right now at places like American Eagle who are seeing ads like this. Yikes. Also, American Eagle is mostly a brand that like teenagers to like young adults shop at, and so the fact that like this type of advertising is being used that feels so for the male gaze and so over sexualized, like I just don't like it. I
I wonder why she doesn't like it.
I get it now. I get it now. Okay, so this chick was very, very self-conscious when she was younger, because obviously when you go to the mall back in the day, you saw American Eagle, Abercrombie, Gilly Hicks, all these clothing companies that had the models in the front, right? They had the super duper sexy outfits and everything. Everyone was super thin. Everyone was sexy and beautiful. She felt so attacked personally because her fat little ass couldn't even fit in the biggest jeans that they sold, so now she's coming after them when she's an adult. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. Blabs, all this comes down to insecurity.
Yeah, she's
1000%.
pissed. She's like, I couldn't fit in their biggest size jeans. Rip.
Yes, 1000%. It comes down to insecurity. And I think that's the most amazing thing about all this to me is that, like, I know that this lady she can't even tell you what a woman is, but she's going to complain about how Sydney Sweeny and being a woman is upset. Like, it's the fat lady who can't tell you what a woman is being upset about the hot woman selling jeans over here. But here we go. Let's
pearls.
Oh my God, is she? Well,
no, pearls are sexist. Only women wear those. She would never wear those. She's gender conforming.
She is clutching that bull ring, man, around her nose right there.
That septum ring.
Okay. All right. Awesome. In just a minute, we're going to be joined by Jennifer Say, who I'm sure will have a lot to say about this, who also has spent her career more or less selling jeans, which I'm very excited for. Let's go and bring Jennifer in right now, and we can continue this conversation with Jennifer and then get into the bigger conversation. Jennifer, are you with us?
Hi.
We do. Oh, there's double me. We'll bring you. We'll get you in just a second. Hang tight. Jennifer, how are you? We'll get you on camera in a second. How you been? Yeah, of course. We'll get you on screen in a second. Have you seen this? I saw you comment about the Jennifer Say stuff. I'm sorry, the Jennifer Say the Jennifer Say stuff, the Sydney Sweeny stuff.
Yes. I love talking about this.
Yeah. So, did you see the reaction that people had to?
Before you continue, the chat can't hear her yet until now.
She's probably heard now that she's.
Yeah. Hi, Jen.
Okay,
nice
cool.
to see you again.
Hi, everybody. Nice to see you.
It's great to see you again. So, did you see the response here from this lady who is clearly insecure with herself about Sydney Sweeny selling jeans? Did you see this video?
I have seen wide-ranging responses. The first being, the internet went crazy and the stock price jumped 15% in one day. I would say this is not a revolutionary ad campaign. Hot girls in jeans have been selling jeans and other things since basically forever. So there's nothing revolutionary here. It just feels new and fresh because lately, the last 5 to 10 years has been very woke, and American Eagle's been focused on, body positivity, which was not necessarily hot girls in jeans. So, and they executed it really well. I gotta give them total props as somebody who's did jeans advertising for 23 years. They did a really good job. I did notice then the follow-up feedback from people saying this was a Nazi campaign. I think that's the one you were just showing.
Yeah.
Which is so stupid. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, she's a beautiful girl. She looks great in the jeans. It makes people want to buy the jeans. It makes women want to buy the jeans. It makes men want to look at the jeans, which makes women want to buy the jeans even more. This is not a novel concept. And if I could say, as the head marketer for Levi's for many, many years, the number of ad agencies that pushed an idea like this on me that was, it's in the jeans. Like, there's nothing Nazi or even particularly clever here. It's kind of the first, tagline that comes to mind when you think about advertising jeans. So I don't know what's wrong with that lady. I don't know what you guys were saying about it. I missed that, but
Well,
it seemed
lots
pretty
is wrong
dumb.
with her.
She's super duper insecure about herself, and she's just taking it on other people and calling people names. That it's so insulting. Even if you think about it, let's just say like you're around 1940s Europe, and someone's like, "Ugh, you're a Nazi." It's like, do you understand the ramifications of that? And you just freely say these things now. It's so watered down. It's like calling everybody a racist. It's like you have no idea the words that you are saying. You can't even like define these words. It's wild to me.
Yeah, it's really dumb. That word and many others have been overused to the point of having zero meaning anymore.
Yep.
I don't know what else to say. It's a beautiful woman in jeans. There's nothing Nazi or
crazy
supremacist about it. She's a beautiful, very famous, very popular woman. She has 25 million Instagram followers. She's right in the target audience's sites for this brand. What I did actually like about the campaign that I thought made it a little unique is it had kind of a sense of humor. I mean, she seems to be kind of self-deprecating and has, pretty great self-awareness about who she is and why people like her. So I thought that was kind of cute and fun. There was like a wink and a nod. I don't know if you saw the one where she's like eyes up here,
that's funny.
kind of making fun of the fact that she knows everybody looks at her boobs all the time. So yeah, I mean, I think that other lady, I don't know her name, the gal who didn't like it, who said it was Nazi-ish, which is yes, offensive, but she's definitely upset to see the end of body positivity as the main theme in advertising, I'd imagine.
Well, you mentioned the stock of American Eagle, and this was, you can kind of see where it was going prior to the, like, this is the year to date. It was just kind of like, oh, well, it's trending down. Oh, there we go. And you can kind of see exactly when it dropped. Did pretty good numbers for them, which is great.
That's in one day. I mean,
Yes.
it had dropped, I think, 50% over the course of this year. In the last year, I'm not sure where you're starting there with the dates.
Yeah, this is year to date. Yep.
Yeah, I think it had gone down. I think I looked it up. It was down like 48% on the year. They used to be the dominant force in women's jeans, and just to make back 15% of that in one day, and I'm sure we'll see sales continue to climb, and that'll just have a positive impact on the stock. So at least the early days, it seems like a pretty good choice for the brand. And I think generally, like, why do jeans brands have to take themselves so seriously? I mean, ideally, people have fun wearing jeans. Isn't that the point of wearing jeans? Young people having fun. So to get back to a little lightheartedness, a little fun, pretty girls in jeans, it seems like a good idea for this brand.
Well, you as you mentioned, you've been in the industry for a long time. You have a new brand, XXXY. We've had you on the show to talk about that at length, but we wanted to bring you on today because I know you guys have had some issues with TikTok. So you guys apparently uploaded your commercial, and then you guys were banned from TikTok for putting this commercial out for what they say, hateful comment, or for hateful content,
hate speech. Yeah,
Okay.
hate speech. It actually happened a little while ago, but it's sort of an ongoing drama. It initially happened last June, which was just a few months after we launched the brand, and we had not advertised on TikTok from the outset, but we decided, heck, we should start. 50% of people under the age of 30, it's their primary social media source, so we should be there. That's our target. So we opened an advertising account and we uploaded an ad that we call Stand Up, which basically is an exhortation to women and girls and men and dads and everyone to stand up for their daughters. It's very positive. If you think it isn't fair or safe for boys to compete in girls sports, stand up. And it's basically saying, girls, stand up for yourself and don't be afraid of being called a bigot, because you're not. You're just standing up in defense of women and girls. So ironically, just a day or so after we opened the ad account and uploaded this ad, we were permanently banned as an advertiser from TikTok for hate speech. This is the ad right here.
Yeah, I'm really curious now. I'm sure I've seen this before, but I really want to see why you're such a bad person, Jen. So let's
there's a lot of reasons. I could iterate them all for you if you'd like.
Well, let's go and find out. And guys, as you're watching this, chat, as you're watching this, please see if you can find the hateful content.
If you think girls and women's equality matter, stand up. If girls and women's sports matter, and you want your daughters to have the same opportunity you had, stand up. If you know that it isn't fair or safe to allow males to compete in girls' sports because it's, well, obvious, stand up. Don't be cowed by people who call you a bigot. You're not a bigot. Don't let men tell us how to be good girls. Don't let others tell you you just need to be quiet. Sit down. Be nice. It's not nice to further a lie. It's not mean to believe in women's equality. We deserve our own sports, privacy, safety. We deserve a chance to compete and win. So don't be nice. Don't be careful. Be honest. Be brave. Fight for women. We've come too far to give up now. And if you agree with that, stand up and stand with us.
I feel extremely offended right now, and as the father of 2 daughters who play sports, I'm shaking, right? So
I mean, I'm clearly a Nazi, right?
right.
I shouldn't
Well,
say that. Someone's going to take that out of context. I'm sitting here with my Star of David, and I'm announcing right now to all of you that I am an actual Nazi. No,
oh, that's good. That's good. Well, congratulations on coming out, Jennifer. With that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened? TikTok comes to you. They think that that ad was very offensive.
Yeah, it was offensive.
And they ban you guys, you girls, I guess, your company. And so what's the back and forth look like there? And have you since been reinstated on the platform? And if so, when did that happen?
So we got a letter. It was maybe this year, making me go back in time more than a year because it was last June. But we essentially got a letter saying you are permanently suspended from the platform as an advertiser. They didn't tell us why. We pushed back and we said we want to talk to somebody, obviously, about why. You can't just do this. It took weeks to get a meeting. Finally, we got a meeting with sort of a low-level ad rep. She was very nice and I think probably shared more than she was supposed to with us about why. She started out by just saying, oh, well, you can't have children in the ads, which doesn't even make any sense. You know, there's the young girl there in the beginning.
Right.
And I pointed out a bunch of other ads they run that have children. And she said, well, you can't have a child on screen when there's not an adult. And I'm like, well, if there is an adult, that's me, the coach in the background. So then she let the ad play through. So it was a whole bunch of kind of not quite honest answers.
Right.
And then finally we let the ad play through and she said, oh, that's why. This is hate speech. You can't call a trans woman a man.
Oh, wow.
She said that's considered hate speech and they'll never let you back on, basically, as long as you do. And I said, well, let me ask you this, because the line that they took issue with was, if you think it isn't fair or safe for males to compete in women's sports, stand up. I said, how would you propose that we say that so we can talk about this issue? And she said, well, you'd have to say something like, if you think it isn't fair or safe for females to compete in women's sports. And I said, well, you see how ridiculous that is, right? Because then you're just erasing the issue. But this is the problem when that's forced language. This language is forced on us because it disappears the issue. So she said you could try again to resubmit it. You could try a different ad. You could, try all sorts of things. But she said you're being watched essentially, and not only will you not be allowed to have an ad account, but your organic content, because we're allowed to have an organic handle. But she said the reach will be severely limited. You won't be in the For You feed, all of these things. And like I said, she was being really nice. Like, I think she shared more with us than she was probably supposed to. We tried again back in February. We launched an ad called Real Girls Rock, which went very viral when J.K. Rowling shared the ad on X. I think we got 20 million views on X. So we thought, this is just a celebration of female athletes. We're saying real girls rock, real athletes rock. Like, we're not saying anything that could be considered hate speech unless you consider the phrase real girls hate speech, which I guess probably they do. So we submitted again to be able to run that as an ad. They said no without explanation. We had some back and forth. It took weeks. And then finally they approved it. But it was like a month later after the buzz had really kind of subsided and had passed. So, I mean, there's been a few other back and forths. They basically don't approve any ad we submit. They think that we are a company that furthers hate speech. And the thing, I posted about this the other day, which is probably why we're talking about this. The thing that's so crazy to me now is what we have been advocating for, protecting women's sports, is now the law, the rule just set in place by the U.S. Olympic Committee. It is the rule set in place by the NCAA. So these are the rules by the biggest sport governing bodies in the country, and yet I still can't say it.
Right, right.
Is that the dumbest thing you've ever heard in your life?
Well, yeah, of course. And that's insanity, obviously. And there's been obviously a massive culture shift. You know, you talk about the rules being changed, mainly due to the executive order by our president. And, you know, there's been a trickle down effect from this. Has TikTok, do they still have this language in there? I guess Facebook also has some language about protected classes and things like that.
They're all changing it all the time. But at the end of the day, and I'll admit I haven't resubmitted anything since February because it just seems like a waste of time. I mean, the amount of time at a small company going back and forth to try to kind of cajole them when I could just run it elsewhere. You know, I don't know if they've changed their tune since the rules have changed. And I agree with you. It is driven largely by the executive order. But I also want to give credit to look, 80% of Americans agree that women's sports should be for women. 80% of Americans have basic common sense, and more of those people have been willing to stand up and say it. And so I think the culture is moving forward as well. And these companies should follow the culture. I mean, ironically, the mainstream media still positions what we advocate for as hateful and non-inclusive. So the mainstream media is not reflecting the consensus, the consensus of the people or the major sport governing bodies. So we're just in this very weird upside down world where both mainstream media and social media companies are stuck in the past, and they're stuck in this totally illogical, misogynist world, in my opinion.
Mercenary came in and says TikTok is owned by China. Enough said. Do you think it has something to do with it? The ownership of these companies and kind of the social programming aspect of it?
I would not be surprised at all if their main goal was to sow discord amongst the American citizenry, and certainly this conversation sows discord. So that would not surprise me.
Well, XX.
What do you think?
What do I think? Welcome to Side Scrollers, everybody. Do I think? Yes, I do think that there's. I think that information warfare is a very much a real thing. I think that governments who purchase social media platforms or have access to social media platforms, I think governments of all sizes, shapes, and no matter where they're at, whether it's China or the US use social media platforms to propagandize a certain message that they want. 1000%.
Yeah, I mean, certainly in China, they think women's sports are for women. So this is not if this banning means anything, it is around. I mean, I think it's most definitely around sowing conflict amongst Americans. And for whatever reason, this is like the issue that seems to provoke the most antagonism amongst people. Right. It's like unbelievable the names you get called if you stand up for this very basic thing. And you're made to feel, I mean, I don't feel this way, that somehow the idea that there are two sexes and that men and women are different is this quaint, outdated idea that only someone as bigoted as Archie Bunker might think, when it's just sort of very basic reality and common sense. But anyway.
Right. Well, yeah. And I think that's the most amazing thing about this, is that it's framed as like, you're just not smart enough to understand. Yeah. Like, come on, like that's you're too dumb. Let me just kind of educate you,
So annoying.
It's so pretentious and so ridiculous and so arrogant. I think that's the most amazing thing. Listen, I was born in 2008. All right.
Well, and they're like, clearly you haven't taken biology past high school. It's like, I don't need to, first of all. And they do that patronizing thing without offering up what their factual support is for their point of view.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, obviously we support you greatly. I feel like I need to order a bunch of shirts because our volleyball season is coming up. My daughter's volleyball season's coming up, and I know that at least down here in Texas, there's a lot of folks who agree with you. And, honestly, I think all across everywhere, everyone agrees with you. It's just a matter of whether or not they say it or not. And, if you,
I think you're right.
It's way too common. This is like a 90-10 issue.
It really is.
And so people are so petrified about this. It's not 2020 anymore. It's not 2022. Things have shifted. Grow your balls, right, men, and stand up for your daughters. That's all, so, all right.
Couldn't agree more.
Well, Jennifer, we appreciate you as always for
thank
popping
you.
on. Is
Thanks.
there anything we should know before you?
If your daughter's team needs any, if they want a uniform from a brand that supports women's sports, we're here. You let us know.
Nice. That's awesome. 1000%. Well, we appreciate that. I'll shoot you a DM and we'll figure it all out. Okay. All right.
Nice to see you all.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Jennifer.
Jen.
We'll see you later.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Jennifer Say, the head
Badass.
lady over at XXXY Olympics. Yeah, athletics. Blabs has a female boner.
But she's so badass. Come on.
I agree. She's awesome. She's spectacular.
Was that an Emmy award next to her?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Paying attention, yeah.
She just had a big gold statue. I was like, is that an Emmy? I was like, that's awesome.
Well, look, she's awesome. I love what she's doing. I very much get behind it. Phoenix, are you back with us again, buddy?
I think you gotta give him.
Yeah, she won an Emmy for the 2020 Outstanding Investigative Documentary.
There you go.
okay.
It was then. Jeff was like, aha.
Let me just.
I mean, I was like, cool.
Pretty cool to have just an Emmy just laying in your background. Maybe I'll make a fake Emmy and put it in my background.
It was about the USA Gymnastics abuse.
Yeah, people don't realize like she was the #1 gymnast in the United States at one point. Jennifer was. Like, that's crazy in the mid 80s to be #1 in anything like in your area, let alone the United States. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. Okay. Well, thank you, Jennifer, for joining us. Appreciate it. Let's get to some quick supers real fast. And then we want to move on and talk about this T app. But first, Commodore says, went on a dolphin spotting tour in Charleston, South Carolina. That's where he saw
Now that's cool.
There you go. That's good. Mojo says, I'm just kidding. Just want to confirm Craig enjoys Bad Company. I enjoy BC. Good. Also, let's go. Hey, give it up. Let's go. Was that 10 gifted memberships from Ian? Let's go,
Nice.
Ian.
Ooh,
Ooh, indeed. Thank you very much, Ian. Appreciate that support greatly. If you guys got gifted a membership, by the way, that number up up at the right above Blabs, that's going up. That's our sub numbers over on Twitch and on YouTube. Let's keep those numbers flying high, baby. 278 right now. Love to get that up towards like, I don't know, 1 million.
Same here.
Okay.
Before we move on, I have like a lot of plus tips I need to get to. So first off, obviously, thanks Wes, Spoon Ninja, and Aramis for your tips. Okay, Cthulhu for 3 says, since Blabs watched American Pie, she needs to watch both Porky's and Animal House.
Yes. You haven't seen... Oh, you're new to American Pie?
I saw it weeks ago. Does that
She
count?
liked it.
Offended?
It was no.
Okay, good.
No, the only time I didn't like it was when they were like recording the girl getting undressed. I was like, oh,
I
nightmare.
knew you were going to say that.
Nightmare, bro. But Lando, for one, says, great genes has always meant huge knockers. These women should try thinking like a man instead of just hating them. Exec for 3.30 says, improved shot of the Kirsche photo. All right, thank you for that. Lex for 5 says, Eric, loving the movies with your sister. All the best stuff. T2, The Thing, Fight Club. You need to do Big Trouble in Little China with her next.
Maybe we will.
Great movie.
Wisp for one says it's all nostalgic remakes and adaptations of viral phenomena because that's all the culture they haven't taken from us yet. Which, by the way, I've just seen this, Craig. Guess what the next sequel that's coming out is?
Is it for a movie or for
A movie.
TV show?
For a movie. I just seen this. I'm in shock.
Okay, hold on. Give me a time frame. When was the last one released?
2014, 13, 10. It's the third one that came out then.
Okay, the third one.
It's going to be
So
movie
this
number 4 in the series.
This will be the fourth one. Have either of you guys seen this? Oh, we're playing the game. Okay, let's see.
Oh, it's news
pull
to
it
me.
up on my screen too.
Okay.
Are we allowed to just guess out loud?
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead.
Is it Night at the Museum?
Oh,
You're thinking similar ballpark.
Okay. Now this is a children's movie or a
No.
main? Okay, it's an adult movie.
Yeah.
Oceans, a new
No.
Oceans movie. No.
No.
Okay.
Hangover.
No.
Hangover 4.
You're thinking too much adult.
Okay. All right. What do we have, Blabs? What's
You
what do we
may
get?
pull up my screen,
Back
Phoenix.
Porch Sluts 9.
Oh no.
Yes.
Meet
What?
the Parents is a fourth one, right? Okay. It's also gonna be joining by Ariana Grande, and it's gonna be
Ew.
called Fokker-in-Law. What the
This is a
fuck,
dead
man?
franchise.
The third one wasn't even that good. The first two were phenomenal, but what the hell?
I'd even argue the second one kind of sucks. It's the first
No,
one's
you didn't
great,
like
though.
Milky and the little kid nipples?
That's the first one.
Isn't it? I thought that was the second one.
No, first one is I have nipples, Jack. Can you milk me? I love
Ah.
the first Meet the Parents.
All
That
right.
movie's a
The
10.
second one's fine too, because he got a little Jack, and he's like, hand sign and everything. It's
Is
funny.
it maybe like Meet the great grandkids?
I don't even know. I mean, the grandkids are already in the third one, but it's like, what the hell? This is so unnecessary.
How Are We Still Alive should be the title of it.
Like Robert De Niro has like disgraced himself, I find, in the name of Hollywood with all this shit he's been pulling. Just
Oh yeah, that'll get butts in seats, right?
right. Nobody's gonna care about him anymore.
Williams writes, says movie remakes should only be for terrible movies. Give them a chance and try to make them better version with modern day methods. Let their potential show. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Danny says Gilmore dodgeball crossover verse win. Tinker says, why does the bearded guy in the hard news promo look like Jon Stewart? Is that him in 10 years after the Daily Show is canceled?
Well,
That's an
bearded
error
guy,
right
you're
there?
here.
I look like Jon Stewart.
All right, nice.
It gives a compliment.
And stuff says Julie Bowen is a total MILF. She has hot mom next door.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Very attractive. Mighty Megatron says, tie that pig to the fence by her ox ring. Talking about the lady. Mercenary says, I get it. She's jealous that she's ugly as hello. Trilla says she's mad that American Eagle doesn't have size 60
Exactly.
jeans.
Nobody can fit in Jabba the Hutt size pants.
Mr. Lopitch says, I feel bad for that girl. It must suck having to go to the mall and shop at maternity stores when you're not even pregnant. Jeez Louise.
Aw, damn.
Matthew says, I just don't understand what people have against the male gaze. Homophobia is no joke. That's awesome. That's funny.
All right, I still have a lot more plus tips to get to real fast that relate to the topics we've just discussed. So
Okay.
Future for 10 says, The Wedding Singer is the only decent Adam Sandler movie. The rest are garbage, in my opinion. Video Gamer says, no love for Lost Dimension on Today in Gaming History. Sorry, no. Aramis, for one, says 50 First Dates was an amazing movie, great sense of humor, and an original piece of tragedy in time equals comedy. Also, Sean Astin outdid himself. And Wiz says that Minotaur shouldn't be commenting on actual women. Damn! You're Greek mythology now, Frogan. Fat Frogan.
Minotaur.
Ugh. Anyway, we're caught up now. Thank you.
All right, nice. Also, Aramis came in with 2 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, Aramis. Appreciate that greatly. Mike says, wait until they find out Sydney Sweeney's initials are SS.
Oh, no.
Mercenary
There's a
says,
conspiracy, Craig.
I know. Sable says TikTok should have been banned. China fishes it. Yep. And Ian came in with 10 gifted memberships. That's spectacular, guys. Thank you very much. Love to see that. Tenarian says, Craig's review of Happy Gilmore 2 sounds like my review of the Final Fantasy VII remakes. They're perfectly good games, but it's not Final Fantasy VII. He also says, I love that the world is returning to normal and that all the right people are mad at it. The most recent update to The Last Descendant even had bunny costumes and pole dancing animations. The age of ugly is over, and those upset can go lay low. I agree. Get out of here. He also followed up one more, says, my niece was so good at judo when she was 13, there was no competition for her amongst the girls. So she had to compete with the boys and even got a bronze medal. I feel like that's more rewarding than letting one of the boys compete with the girls. Thank you, Tenarian. And Delta says, I think the only thing American Eagle could have done to make the internet more mad while profiting off Sydney Sweeny is announcing a bid for her worn outfit. You remember the eBay coverage with where the soap was going for $750. Yes. I agree. That would have been brilliant marketing to tie it into buying Sydney Sweeney's outfit, but they did not. Okay, guys, did you see the big news over the weekend? It hit as we were breaking on Friday, but the T app, first and foremost, has anybody ever heard of the T app? Did you guys ever know this existed?
Is this like a Gossip Girl app? Like, here's the tea. Or is it like actually selling tea?
No, it
What do
has
you
nothing.
think? Here's
Blabs.
the tea. What do you really think?
I don't know, because why do they have a tea app?
Well, Blabs, look, first and foremost, I know that you're part of the Utes, but you're not really a Ute because you don't understand what it means to spill the tea.
No, I know what that is. Excuse me, I always use the Mulan gif, now pour the tea. And it's like the matchmaker. I know what the tea means. I'm just confused as to why the
her,
tea.
Craig.
Yeah, what the hell? No.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Why do we have an app for that? There's an app
Do
for
you think
everything
he
now.
would literally be talking about a tea set as the main, like, as
You
the
know
story?
what? Why not? Sometimes he's flamboyant
would.
enough. Maybe he's like, check out this twining tea I just bought. I don't know.
Is that how you say that?
Thank you, Phoenix. You're doing the Lord's work right there. No, we are not talking about actual tea that you consume with your mouth, Blabs.
That Earl Grey was great.
Yeah,
I
Earl Grey.
really feel better now.
We're talking about an app where you spill the tea, specifically about men. Now, the tea app breach.
That's sexist.
Well, we'll get to the Blabs. 72,000 selfies, ID photos, and other user images. Now, quick background. T, a women's safety dating app that surged to the top of the free iOS app stores listing this week, has been the subject of a major security breach. The company confirmed on Friday that it has identified authorized access to one of our systems that exposed thousands of user images. According to T's preliminary findings, the breach allowed access to 72,000 images, right? 13,000 images of selfie and photo identifications. And yes, those images have been tied to legacy data system that contain information from more than 2 years ago, right? So T required users to verify their identities with selfies and IDs, which is why driver's licenses and pictures of people's faces are leaked in the data. The premise of T is to provide women with the space to report negative interactions they've had while encountering men in the dating pool, purportedly to keep other women safe. The app hit #1 in Apple's US App Store this week, drawing international attention and sparking a debate about whether the app violates men's privacy. If the report of the breach are true, which it is, it will also play into a wider ongoing debate about whether online identity and age verification pose an inherent security risk to internet users. So, Blabs, first and foremost, this is an app that is designed to more or less dox men and say personal information and private information about men. Your thoughts on the T app first and foremost before we get into the insanity?
I think it's absolutely disgusting, actually. This is why I'm like, what the fuck is a T app? Why do you need a T app? And why isn't there one for women then too? If we're gonna play it all safe, right?
Well, this one is for women. You're talking about
I'm saying like reporting on women for the men, for safety for the men. Because how many unhinged women are there? No, it actually is sexist, right? But I think all of it is stupid in the first place. I think the fact that they've all been hacked is incredibly is dangerous for a bunch of these guys that had their information unwillingly put up there, right? So all these women put up information about these guys. It's honestly, you can consider this targeted harassment. And I hope every single one of these guys too.
Well, the guy's information wasn't leaked. The girl's was, at least.
Okay, good for them. Serves them right, you fuckheads.
So, wow, Blabs, that's nice. So, the too long didn't read. The T app stores everyone's photo and ID unencrypted in a public Firebase storage bucket, right? So there's a lot of talk that this was quote unquote vibe coded, meaning like AI created it, and the security around it wasn't very strong. But the T app explicitly states, "Don't worry, we delete this after we verify your gender." But this is even worse. The images have been locationed in the metadata, and people are making maps of all the users right here. So you can see, which is
it's so dangerous,
nuts.
but at the same time, it's like you did this. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. Savvy came in and says, this is why age verification is stupid. The T app, quote, vibe coded, which is basically talentless losers who take nothing seriously and can't code worth a damn or used AI. Verification data is stored and has been even been suspected of being sold. Hacks, in this case, finding the publicly available storage location. So it's not necessarily a hack. It was just
basically just use it like a Google Drive and somebody got the link to it.
Right. Bingo. That's exactly right. But I'll tell you what, people are not happy about this, as you would expect. And I think first and foremost, let's go and see some of these women, Blabs. Let's first go to your estranged sister over here.
Oh, don't say these things.
Well, I'm sure you know this lady. She hangs out with you guys in the. No, you don't hang out with this lady.
I don't have any friends that have boring piercings. I try to avoid them.
Okay, well, let's just see. Yeah, I'm with you on that. You go,
I need
Jeff.
friends with boring piercings.
Well, you know,
no.
Let's just see how she responds to this.
You have the T app downloaded, or you're a user on it. Listen.
Real quick, I'm sorry.
That voice.
Let's keep in mind that the T app was built in response to keeping women safe. From men, by the way. I don't foresee many men going after the spawn of Satan right here. I'm just throwing it out there. Let's go ahead and see how she reacts.
If you're a user of that T app and you put in your driver's license number or uploaded a...
Can we at least straighten this up here? Like it's not
so
even
crooked, isn't it? I just want to adjust to go like, or put like one of those things that you use to level stuff. You know, with the little bubble inside. What they call like the level beams or whatever. Yeah, level. Just you know.
You think she did it herself? And when she did it, she was doing one of these. She was like, oh yeah, that's just straight. Yeah,
that's
good.
Painful.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, right between the eyes is just exactly where she likes it. Let's go ahead and continue. Hey, let's continue.
I agree with Mighty Megatron over on Rumble. He's like, what an ugly bitch.
I bet at one point.
Take.
Yeah, I know. Jeez. I bet at one point she was pretty attractive until she started mutilating herself. But let's go ahead and see what else she has to say.
picture of it and then took a selfie and sent it in, you're fucked. Apparently that shit was not secure and all of that info got leaked. Your driver's license number, probably like the full thing. And then the metadata from the pictures that you sent in, like they can see your exact coordinates and like the time that you took that picture and everything from the metadata.
Get effed, which you won't because you're on the T app. But there's more. There's more. And this lady looks exactly like you'd expect too. Look at this.
Is that a woman though?
Yikes.
Yeah.
Is it one of them they thems?
What is your definition, Blabs, of a woman?
That woman does not have a vagina.
No, I think this
cut doesn't have a
looks like a Murray to me a little bit, right?
Like Bill Murray?
Yeah, look, no, it just looks like they would be named Murray.
Yeah.
His name is Murray.
Works at Starbucks.
Well, Murray definitely has they, these, them pronouns here. But let's go ahead and see what Murray has to say.
Hey, so the incels are at it again. No one can have a fun time on the internet. It's just the rule, especially if you're a woman. Nice try. Saw you trying to have fun there.
Like the victim complex come in so hard.
That is so wild. By the way, look at her hair. She's got like little horns on the side.
Try not to look at it, Blabs. Look away. It's like the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah, she's like ding. But no, she's victimizing herself after putting her own information out there. And you were doing that. You were late spilling the tea on guys. So it's like you
have
were
fun
the ones
talking about other people behind their backs.
Yeah, little witch. Like seriously.
But hey, it's your fault, incels. Look at just the pretentious nature of this of Murray here is phenomenal.
People just need a good slap, you know. I think this person's one of them.
Blabs, if we could set up a station, maybe at like a side scrollers event where we bring they thems to you and you just slowly just slap every single one of them.
As long as they're consenting, obviously. I don't want to get into this stuff.
The idea of the slap is that it's not it's like your grandpa.
Good luck bringing them over there then. I'm not gonna listen. I am not for slapping people who don't want to be slapped. Right? I don't want to get in trouble with the law. I don't want to be like, you hit me, arrested for assault. But if they sign a waiver saying I'm allowed to slap them.
Well, maybe that's part of, maybe that's when we do a side scrollers event.
Side scrollers slap-a-thon.
Those professional slap games, slap fighting.
You get in free when you bring a they them with you, and they
bring they them for free. I don't know, like, how does this work?
and part of the terms of service is that you agree to a physical slap from Blabs when you, or maybe that's part of your admission when you come in. You know, I don't know. Anyways, so let's just
part of your gift when you go to a live event, you get a slap.
Yeah, you know, or only if your pronouns are they them. Or Zer, right?
See, this sounds like targeting. We got to word this better.
No, I'm just saying. It's not targeting. This is just we're just spitballing ideas right now.
How about we hit them with tortilla?
You know, hey.
What? What's tortilla?
You mean a
tortilla? Whatever.
Tortilla?
Let me pronounce it how it's spelled.
It's a different letter in Spanish.
Well, whatever, man.
Hey, you gave me shit about a calzone once.
Yes, I don't ever want to hear Blabs talk
hear
about
the words out of Craig's mouth for this stuff. How do you mispronounce everything? The English language, the Spanish language, Italian language, the Japanese languages. Come on, Craig. Can you even pronounce?
Thank you. All right, there you go. Thank you.
Back to the show.
All right, so if maybe one day we'll give Blabs a taco instead of she likes her tacos when she comes down to Texas.
Can I get some tacos, please?
That's right.
The watermelon.
God,
my favorite.
All right, well, let's just see how this lady's taking the T-app being, wrecked.
Saw you trying to have fun there. Saw you trying to stay safe there. Not gonna happen. Not on their watch. I do, of course, also think that there is quite a bit of responsibility on the app. They clearly didn't set up enough security measures, so somebody nasty was able to easily access these images and leak them. So head on a swivel, ladies.
There you go. Ladies, watch out for all the bad men on the internet over here. So
bad men, watch out for all the bad women on the internet here.
I appreciate that it took her 20 seconds to get to the point to where she's like, maybe the people who coded it should take some responsibility for coding this horribly.
I mean, she's right in that regard for sure, absolutely. But this app shouldn't even exist in the first place, so that's the huge problem. Like, just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to talk about the flip side of this T-spill? Have you guys? Because I heard about this story last week, and I dove headfirst into T-spill. Have you guys heard about that?
Yes, we actually are.
Okay, cool.
Before we get to this, I didn't know anything about the T app first and foremost, but those are the first two ladies that I saw, and if this was two of its users, that's really pretty much everything you need to know about the T app, right? They all have the crazy eyes, So, and there's more people like this freaking out. But what's interesting about this, Blabs, is do you remember how Facebook started, Blabs?
You mean Mark Zuckerberg literally was like, "I'm making Facebook." The end.
So it started off as
Winklevoss twins.
Yeah, he kind of stole it, but before that, he had this thing called Face Smash, which was like a hot or not. Do you remember hot or not, Blabs?
No. What year was this?
Hot or not was
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2005. I was 9.
Well,
I was chasing butterflies in the gardens and stuff.
You're still chasing butterflies in the garden, Black.
You're not supposed to tell people that, Phoenix.
Okay.
Those are secrets.
Well, they what people have done is they've taken all the photos from T that have been uploaded and that are now available on the internet, and they have created a website called T-Spill Blabs, where you can click on the foid. I don't even know what a foid is. What is that?
You're looking at them.
Okay, yeah, I think you prefer, so you can go in and you can kind of see what's going on and click the ones that you like or don't like, and there's actually leaderboards here, which is great. There's the top 50 and bottom 50. So this is more or less like a face smash here. Give it up for number 10,494 over here, who is 1-69 with a win rate of 1.4%. That's got to really boost your confidence here.
Damn, fatality.
I lost a lot of time this weekend after Happy Gilmore 2 because I found this. I was like, this can't be real. So I read the story. I found T-Spill, and I just kept having fun voting. I mean, I was picking bottles of water over people because that's how crazy the app's gotten. It's a lot of fun. I gotta say, it's been the highlight of my shit posting for the week.
Okay. Now, do you have the link to that? Because we can pull it up right now. We can play the game with Blabs.
I don't. I literally have this picture screenshotted on my phone, and then I followed the link that I found. I can read you the link out. I'm going to send you a picture of the link. That way,
sounds good. Real quick. Yeah, DM it to me on X because I like to play this game with Blabs, so she can be seen as a misogynistic,
Oh, goody.
Yeah, it's great.
What I want to do in my free time.
In case you're wondering, there is a leaderboard of the top 50 and bottom 50. As of this screenshot, the top person had a win rate of 88% here. This number 2, 190 and 25 over here. This one has the demonic
warning. You got to give some warning before you.
Well, 28 years later. Wow, her eyes are askew.
Quite impressive. And I think she has an infection on her cheek. So there's that.
This looks like the first lady that got all offended. If she just, I don't know, she's got an uneven thing.
With these piercings.
It's like the lava girl if she was on all these medications. Shark Boy and the lava girl, like that's that haircut, and then it's just like
I think
whatever that is.
Let's not look past the fact that she won 44 times. Like
44 guys were like, what?
Let's go.
She probably went through it 44 times herself.
Right. Oh yeah, she's like, there I am, win. There I am. Oh my gosh. Did you DM me that link, by the way?
I did. Here's the thing. I sent you a picture that I had of the link. You have to type in that. It's only a short URL, but it is there, so we can play it.
Let's go and play this real fast. And Blaz, why don't we get to a few supers if you have the opportunity?
Yep, I got some on plus. Okay, so let's see. Did I miss anybody? Okay, Lex for 5 says there should be a stupid hoe app so men can rate the women they date. I mean, if the T1 exists, then I guess that's fair, right? West for 1, it says if you look at the height and weight of the I don't even know, there's people whose ID were leaked from T, they're all morbidly obese. Oh my God, West went autistic on the heights and measurements. It's amazing. Tenarian for 1 says women need to grow a pair and support their own. And then Tenarian sent a gif of boobies growing. And then Crumbs for 1 says people really don't think about what information they're giving out to these apps at all, do they? It's why I refuse to put my sign up for so many things. Even if it's like, oh, sign in with your Google account. It's like, how about no? Like, I don't want to do these things. It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, I have bad news for all of you who are really looking forward to us playing, or at least Blabs playing the Spill Tea game. Unfortunately, this website cannot be reached. It has been apparently the traffic is too much. So
everyone's going there to rate. That's hilarious.
Yeah, they're trying to get this lady's win rate up over here.
Get her to 44 or 45. Actually, shit. There we go.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's been amazing to see. Here, and as pointed out over here in the chat, was there a couple things here. Nathan says 2 things. There was a male version of T. It was shut down immediately. And 2, the terms of service stated they don't vet any of the claims made in the app. Right there. So thank you, Nathan. Ruffalo came in and says, what's crazy was there was something similar for men about 15 years ago called alleged.com for finding easy women. Wow. It never even went live because it was sued into oblivion before it was live. Wow. Johnny says, what's up with these bangs on both these freaks? It's a style. And Trilla says, that broad looks like Mr. Ed Wilbur. It's messed up. Joey says, oh no, I can't talk about guys behind their backs anymore. My information got exposed on the internet. The info that I willingly placed there. Johnny says Blabs equals the hypocrisy. Oh no. Victor says clip this message every time Blabs decides to get snobby about languages she cares about. Thank you, Victor. That's right. Guys, by the way, we are at 9 yellow supers of our goal of 20 today. Let's see if we can get to that Montez goal today. That'd be outstanding. Commodore fans came in with a 5, says, I dated a couple girls in my 20s It turned out to be crazy, but I'd never want them doxxed at its wrong, and it's wrong. And this T app is full of nothing but crazy witches and cat ladies getting what they deserve. Pure karma. All right. Zenarian says, it's weird. The more alternative looking women with piercings, loud hair, and tattoos tend to be quite based where I live. Them being horrible people is not a universal thing. They're usually good mothers, too. I hereby stake claim to my poppy clip. Thank you, Tenarian. Appreciate your support today, as always. Massive. There's Poppy. Poppy has no piercings. Good to see you, Poppy. All right. So we'll see you later. All right, let's close it in on the T app here. Sydney. I'm looking at the next thing on our list of Sydney Sweeny, but it's not. Blabs, any closing thoughts on the T app?
Yeah, pretty disgusting. Like, you put your information out there, so what did you expect was going to happen? This app should never existed in the first place, and all those women are probably going to remain single, and I hope they do, because they're evil.
Gentlemen, any thoughts on the T app? And do you expect to find yourself on the T app eventually being talked about?
I hope.
No, I'm happily married, so it just looks like it's
that
full of
won't
a
stop
bunch of
them.
women that are disgruntled that their first date was at Olive Garden. So,
well, look, it's karma. It's really hilarious, and I have nothing but Schadenfreude for all of this. That's why I was on that stupid T-spill, having fun voting and clicking, because you did it to yourself. It's like that meme, the person on the bicycle, they're like, oh, I've been offended, and it's just them sticking the twig into the spoke, and they flip over the handlebars.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is. And as we talked earlier in the show about returns to normalcy in society, this just goes to show you that we were so far off the reservation a couple years ago, and that this whole thing is broken. So this is a sign that we're going back to normal, and I like it.
Risk Video says, if you're in the mood for some real tea, Blabs, check out Dragon's Treasure Tea. The base tea man has some tasty blends. I'm not sponsored. I'm just a fan of his work. Montez.
Oh, I like the name. I like dragons.
And
I'm
also,
looking at the website right now.
Mary says, hot or not, more like not or never. Thank you, Marius.
Or hit with a stick. Yeah.
No.
The ugly stick, if you will. Yes.
The stick of shame.
Yeah.
They don't have shame. Come on.
No.
Obesity. Boom.
The fat stick. That's good. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this real fast. This is breaking, well, not really breaking news, but major news out of the UK. If you live in the UK, what is happening to where you live as the effervescent blanket of safety is being thrust over you via the UK Online Safety Act, which took into effect just a couple of days ago on the 24th, but the ripple effects are already beginning to be held. I don't know if you guys have heard about this or not, but users must verify identity with a third party and scan their face to access adult content online. Proposed screen time limits requiring age verification for video games exceeding 2 hours. Non-compliant fines up to £18 million or 10% of the revenue. As sites may be blocked, access to porn games, niche gaming forums, and non-state approved content will be restricted. Non-state approved content. Platforms like Pornhub, Discord, listen to this. Pornhub, Discord, and Reddit and Grindr are all in the same tier here. Amazing. 4chan may be in this as well. And of course, it aims to prevent kids from accessing harmful social media groups or content like the corn here. New rules took into effect, and pretty much immediately it is a joke, as pointed out by Chris Middleton here. It says UK's Online Safety Act just came into effect, promising a safer internet. It's a lie. This law threatens your privacy, free speech, and democracy, and paves the way for a surveilled, censored web. Want to know how bad it gets? And this is a really good thread here. So before we get into this thread, I would love to hear, Eric, your thoughts about the government middling on what they deem to be appropriate and approved content.
Oh yeah, it's like 1984, Big Brother. You'll take the pill and be happy, kind of stuff, right? They're just trying to be protective, and it's gonna start taking away people's access to sites they actually want to go to that aren't dangerous,
like Discord. But Jeff, what are your thoughts?
I don't like it. It's very 1984 Orwellian, like Eric said a second ago. And the part that I hung up on is the whole state approved or whatever that sentence you highlighted was.
Oh, yeah.
That's the shit kicker. That's like, well, it was approved and then this changed and that changed. And it's an open door to, well, it's just Pandora's box essentially. So it's all bad.
Well, let's go to the BBC because they are the British Broadcasting Company, Blabs.
Actually, they're not. It's the British Broadcasting Corporation.
Yeah, that too. So the BBC has to run to the state's defense here. What the online
of course,
safety
the
act
government
is.
funded, so
That's right. And how to keep children safe online. The way people in the UK might navigate the internet is changing. Under the Online Safety Act, platforms must take action such as carrying out age checks to stop children from seeing illegal and harmful material from July. Services face large fines if they fail to comply with UK's sweeping online safety rules. But what do they mean for children? Here's what you need to know. The Online Safety Act. See, you love how these things are just named so like they're so. Oh, that's got to be good. They're gonna save the children, right?
They must have taken note from like Black Lives Matter, right? Because when you break it down, it's like, well, yes, their lives do matter. But then there was the whole political meaning behind it, and then it was just a whole fraud thing in the first place. So I feel like that was kind of a big trendsetter of like language control.
Under its children's codes, platforms must prevent young people from encountering harmful content relating to suicide, health. See, the fact that I've got to change my voice when talking on YouTube about these things is silly. Suicide, self-harm, eating disorders, and pornography from July 25th. This will see some services, noticeably porn sites, start checking the age of UK users. Ofcom's rules are also designed to protect children from misogynistic, violent, hateful, or abusive material, online bullying, and dangerous challenges. The broad, dangerous challenges here.
But like even the other
Challenging
stuff.
to who?
Yeah, what is this abusive material?
Pod
What is
challenge?
the online bullying? Like, be specific here.
Mm-hmm. Firms wish to continue to operating in the UK must adopt measuring include changing the algorithm which determines what is shown to children's feeds to filter out harmful content, implementing age verification methods to check whether a user is under 18, removing identified harmful material quickly and supporting children who have been exposed to it. What does that mean? Supporting children who have been, like, do they need to give them money now or something? Identifying a named person who is accountable for children's safety and annually reviewing how they are managing risk to children on their platform. So yes, in very serious cases, Ofcom says it can apply for a court order to prevent the site or app from being available in the UK app. So obviously these are all, it's all under the guise of safety here. And it's odd because Ian, who's over in the UK, says, "What are you guys talking about? I can't see it." Thank you, Ian. So yes, there's that. Now there's been a trickle-down effect. Obviously, Rule 34 is a thing. It'll be a thing forever. But the UK age verification blocker is rolling out, and Rule 34 blocked the UK entirely, rather than comply. So this is a Rule 34 site, obviously a XXX site. And they just said, yeah, you know what? We're not even going to deal with it. We're not even going to deal with it. Sorry, UK. And that's fine. And once again, this goes back to like, whether it's corn or whatever, right? I don't want the government telling me what I can and cannot see, right? Here's the thing. Do you really think that people who are going to the corn sites are going to be like, I really want to verify my identity with you? No, of course not. Because what's going to happen? Exactly what happened to the T app. And guess what? You're going to see a bunch of dudes over there and their data is going to be leaked, and then all of a sudden they're going to be shamed. They're going to lose their jobs for simply doing something in their own time. Like, do they not see the negative things that come from this?
They do. They just don't want to.
They're turning the other eye.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't matter. It's that weird, vague language that gives them the back door into other things that's more important than the safety. Because it's one of those situations where we can all agree you want to protect kids from stuff. That's no debate about that. But aren't there restrictions like, parents, stuff like that? We've talked about this before in the past. There was some other bill when I was on a few episodes ago about this. Like, safety's good for kids, but this is so vague. And if I ran a business that would be targeted like this, I just wouldn't deal with the UK. Like, if they said your book is not, suitable for UK shores, sorry guys in the UK, I'm just not putting my stuff out there. Rule 34 did it. Other places are going to too. And it's going to become like a digital no man's land. They're going to go backwards. They're not going to, how are they going to access digital culture? They won't. It'll go to a certain way. Maybe that's what people want. Who knows? There's too many nefarious things out there.
Well, what's interesting about this is there has been a petition put together via the petition, the Parliament website, to repeal the Online Safety Act. Now that it's gone through, I think people are looking at it and they're going, whoa, 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 whoa. This doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And the goal was to get to 100,000 signatures to do this. Yes. It is blown past that. Now currently sitting at 359,000 signatures here. Now, the government has responded here because of this. This was created by this person here just a couple days ago. And the government has said, the big bad government over here has a fairly long response. The Department of Science, Innovation, and Technology. I'm sorry, what? Why does the Department of Science, Innovation, and Technology want to be involved in this?
Craig, did you see it started with an I? Like, read the first sentence. I something, something, something.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that's what it said. I would like. Who is this one person? Because they're not the whole department.
Yeah, it is. It's the Department of Science, Innovation, and Technology.
No, but Jeff is saying you're not supposed to start with the I to be able to do a whole thing.
If this is the government, they have bigger problems.
Yes. Yeah. So that's good. At least they've kind of popped in and gained the interest of this, because this is a horrible idea. Nobody wants this, and this has been a really gross overstep here. And there's been a lot of talk about this, lots of talk about this, and even this morning, there have been a lot of talk about this with, I guess Trump is over in the UK, and they were asking about this in the UK, the potential of overreach here. And I want to see if I can pull this up. I did see a video of this from earlier today.
You mean he's shitting on the mayor, saying the mayor, you done a bad job?
No.
That one? Oh.
No.
I saw that one if you want.
Here we go. Yes, this is earlier today, where a reporter warned the UK's Online Safety Act could lead to Truth Social being censored. And this was kind of the interaction back and forth here.
Yeah, to censor your site, states mandated powers.
Censor my site?
To censor your site and Twitter
Truth?
and Facebook.
Truth?
I mean Truth. Is that okay?
Well, I don't think he's going to censor my site because I say only good things. You uncensor my site.
Yeah, we're not censoring anyone.
So this is the logic behind it right here. Listen to what he says, but really pay close attention, because they either they're naive and they have no idea what they're talking about.
Well, that's Kirsche. He's absolutely no idea what day it is.
Or they are just straight up lying, right? Because he says, "Oh, we're not censoring anybody."
Yeah, we're not censoring anyone. We've got some measures which are there to protect children, in particular from sites like suicide sites. We've had too many cases in the United States.
Do you see how he had to even say, suicide? Oh, suicide. I can't even say it out loud.
Kingdom of young children taking their own lives, and when you look through their social media, they've been accessing sites which talk about suicide and encouraging, if you like, children down that road, and that is what we want to stop. It's nothing about censoring free speech.
But that treats all adults like children.
This country is the proud.
But that can treat all adults like children.
Free speech in this country has been for a very long time. We're very, very proud of it. We will protect it forever. But at the same time, I personally feel very strongly that we should protect our young teenagers, and that's what it usually is, from things like suicide sites. I don't see that as a free speech issue. I see that as a child protection
We
issue.
actually passed a bill in Congress, headed up by my wife, actually, which was to pull bad stuff out having to do with children, because it is a problem. But I cannot imagine him censoring Truth Social. This is more of a very political, and you know, it's been a very big success.
Not going to happen.
And I only say good things about him and his country.
Oh,
so
for fuck's
if they
sakes.
censor me, you're making
Yeah.
a mistake. I'm going to give my ambassador the job, make sure it's not censored. I had not heard that.
Are you kidding me?
So they're glad handing, all around each other, blah blah blah. But going back to the initial idea of like,
Jesus.
of we're not what are you talking about? We're not censoring anybody. What are you even thinking about right here? But what is interesting about this is while this has definitely gained a lot of traction from the UK. Currently it's approaching 360,000 signatures right here. And you can kind of see where everybody's signing. These are all authenticated UK signatures, by the way. So, I mean, you can see exactly where this is coming from. But the Kids Safety Act in the US apparently is a thing that's being tossed around as well. The equivalent of the EU's Digital Services Act and the UK's Online Safety Act. If passed, it could mandate digital identity right here and impose.
Well, I mean, this is very similar to what Roblox has been trying to do. And I think they've actually done it where they do like the face authentication because there's so many weirdos on Roblox right now. But like that means you're identifying children, which is weird.
Which, hey, nothing bad can come from that.
No,
right?
absolutely not.
No. Why can't we just keep kids off the internet and the problem solved?
Stop being illogical.
Yeah, there are already some states that have already done this too, like Texas. You're required, if you have I think Pornhub is required to have people upload their driver's license to prove that they're 18, and their Pornhub is just decided not to be accessible in those states. I think Texas. Yeah. Big state, and there's a bunch of other states too.
I'm from Texas. I don't, I haven't run into that issue. No.
Who's your VPN there, Craig?
Yeah.
Is it Nord?
Yeah, right. But they're useful. With that said, like the idea of this being introduced to the United States is silly. America's trying to pass a bill, Kids Online Safety Act, always guised under the idea of safety, right?
Yep.
Now, there is nothing in this. They just know that they want to do it. A summary is in progress right now. There's no actual information about it itself. It's just being introduced. So they're introducing the Kids Online Safety Act here. There is nothing in it, which I'm sure as soon as it is introduced or there's some sort of summary that people are going to go crazy with. Let's just take a look at what the titles were for this. I'm curious. Official titles, let's see, introduced a bill to protect safety of children on the internet. They just know that's what they're going to do right there. How they're going to do it, they don't know, but this is something that's going to happen. So, hopefully the response to that, look, here's the thing. I'm all about protecting kids. I think it's wonderful. Leave kids alone, right? But parents got to do their jobs. Parents got to do their jobs. I'm a parent. Eric, you're a parent, right? Obviously, we've all been there, and there are different dangers now than there have ever been. And if you're just letting your kid have willy-nilly free access to the internet, guess what? You're doing it wrong, right? You should be the parent, not Mr. Daddy Government. We don't want Daddy Government associated with our lives, ever. I don't know. Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
Whatever happened to the old age verification where you put your birthday in? Nobody ever lied on those.
No,
Never.
ever.
So go back to that.
We seem to keep spiraling in the wrong direction in certain ways. We joked about the return to normalcy, but this is just a whole nother can of worms. And I'm with you, man. I don't want to be too redundant. It's parents' responsibility. Keep your kids off the internet. Keep your kids off Xbox. Like, don't ban people if they say stupid shit. Just keep the kids off, and we'll all deal with it.
Yeah, parents don't need to give their kids. They don't have to give them devices that they're alone in the room. You could have a family machine in the living room or whatever when they're young, of course. I just would like to see a return to parenting. It seems like parents have tried to become friends as opposed to parents with their kids.
There's a lot of that. Yes, 100%. The parents no longer want to be parents. They want to be BFFs. They don't want to be ostracized by their children. And like for me personally, I don't play that game, right? I am your dad, and that's what I'll be. I'll be your friend when I need you, when you need me to be, right? I'll be there for you. But at the end of the day, I am dad. I know what's right. At least I would know what's more right than you. And and until you're 18 and until you're a grown ass adult, this is my house, and these are my rules. So, yeah. And whether that involves internet access, gaming access, whatever, there's so much want to be your buddy. And I see it all the time, where it's way too much. What a mess. What a mess. You guys have a lot to say. M. Champion says, when did Dolores Umbridge take over in Britain?
Great question.
Barry Dixon Butt says, hey, yo, ravioli, minestrone, capagola, garbagol. This is an international monologue by Blabs. Thank you. Barry Dixon Butts. Sparky says, none of you are weebs, so you won't get it. But the world is speed running into IRL Shimonetta, and I hate it. 1984 was a caution tale, not the guidebook. Chris R. says, as soon as this came into effect, they censored the migrant protest almost immediately. Oh, wow.
Yep, they did.
Johnny says, speaking of language control, how about another type of it from the linguistics master snobbery? Hey, bada boom, buongiorno. Thank you, Johnny's. Dr. T says, to point out that under a day, they used the law to block right-wing protests from getting on the internet because the UK doesn't care about kids. That's right. It's amazing how quickly they use that. That's nuts. Spencer says, somewhere there's a growing database of selfies of dudes with that about to goon look on their face. Drop Barracuda says, protecting children from misogyny, but misandry seems to be free game. Note, YouTube may be hiding you guys. Not on my live feeds. Had to come to the channel. Yeah, we've seen a little bit of that, which is why it's extremely important, you guys, to head over to Side Scrollers Plus. Like I know we talk about this all the time, but we've said this a million times. We will be shadow banned on YouTube. It's just a matter of time, right? We will have a hard time adjusting to algorithms, which we are seeing right now. And ultimately, even with somebody like Drop Barracuda who watches every day, the idea of this show being served to them on YouTube and the platter of content, sometimes it doesn't happen. You know what the best way to get notified about the show every day is? Signing up for Side Scrollers Plus, even a free account. Even a free account, you'll get notified for the show on a day-to-day basis. Still watch it, still get hit up. Make the free account over on Plus. If you want to support us, once again, use promo code $. That code will only the promo code will only be available towards the end of the month. I'm just giving you a heads up. So use that now. Use promo code $.
Use it right now. Yep.
Yes. Open up a new tab right now. Don't do it later. Pop it up right now. Mercenary says, with UK Starmer, always assume lying. Drop Barracuda says, suicide sites? What about protecting the adults from self-deletion from watching the news? Retromeister says, it's COPPA 2.0, a.k.a. censorship bill. And Drop Barracuda says, hashtag dox the children. Game Hunter Sirius came in with the $9.99, says, my mom and I watched the 2 Asmongold clips talking about the T app. My mom laughed hard on what the women look like, their height and weight. One of the users is part of the Department of Defense. Yes, we did see that. It's nuts. Just showing up and using their Department of Defense like ID for the app is just silly. JP Direwolf says, we need to reply to this children's censorship with the George Carlin video where this take about children where he says, F the children. Thanks, JP Direwolf. Oh, man. Drop Barracuda says, that'll be 50 cents for the plug lead in. Oh, thank you, Drop Barracuda. Appreciate your support. Like I said, it's not about like plugging things. It's about being able to survive, like legitimately. it's the content world is changing, as you can see from all this. So yeah. All right. That is a good place to wrap.
I got some plus tips.
Yay, Blabs.
Okay. Yay! All right. West for one says, Craig, there are many countries where adult content is totally banned. Example, China, Ukraine, I'm pretty sure South Korea. Tenarian for two says, the UK has been an authoritarian streak since right after 9/11 when they put up CCTV cameras everywhere claiming it was to prevent crime and terrorism. That went well. Turns out they don't even use those cameras to solve crimes and they prefer arresting old people on Facebook rather than real criminals. Wisp for 10 says, greeting normal men. Payment processors Stripe, Visa, MasterCard, PayPal have successfully bullied Steam and Itch.io into removing thousands of games. I recommend looking into Savvy's video and X post about the matter as she is actively organizing efforts to make these companies keep the censorious hands to themselves instead of removing legal content that they deem unsavory. We all know this will end here if they get comfortable making these moves. Crumbs for 5 says, did we just not learn this lesson with the TEA app or team? Who has access to this age verification data? How are we supposed to trust that data security won't become a huge problem with this? Bingo. And then lastly, Aramis for 1. Aramis 1 says, thanks Side Scrollers team for a fantastic serve of the week. Again, congrats Eric for joining Side Scrollers Plus, and always great seeing you here, Jeff. And Wes just did another one, says, Kirsche Starmer is a Fabian socialist. Here's a good book on it. The Milner-Fabian Conspiracy by Lowen Reitiu. Thank you very much. We're caught up now.
All right. Delta says, don't know if you saw, but Itch.io has made it so more games are unsearchable on their website, such as Fear and Hunger or Mouthwashing, which won a couple indie awards. Yeah, I did see that happening during the show. We're going to be, we'll take a look at that tomorrow for sure. Ecstasy of Thinking came in with 5, says, they say corn, but what we saw happening, which Asmongold also showed on stream, they're also censoring the mass migration protests happening in the UK.
Of course, yeah.
Always the guise of, it's for the kids. It's for the kids. All right, guys, open up a tab. Join us over at Side Scrollers Plus, and guess what? We'll put a link down in the description where you can directly support Eric as well. Eric is directly supported from your membership using his link, just like Kirsche, just like Wicked, just like Dez, and obviously just like us. So you can use that promo code $, or you could just support Eric over there as well. So we greatly appreciate your support. We'll put that down in the description after the show, and we'll make sure it's down there in the description from here until eternity. All right, Jeff, please tell everybody where they can find you, my friend.
So, folks, you can check me out on the World Class Bullshitters channel. We're going to change it to World Class BS because we have been shadow banned by YouTube, and it sucks. So be on the lookout. The content's not going to change because I don't cuss or put anything offensive in there unless you're offended by, I guess, common sense would be the right way to say it. But check me out over there and be on the lookout. If you're a listener, you know Stealing Solo 2 is coming at the end of the year. So be on the lookout for that.
Love to see that. And Eric, aside from Side Scrollers Plus, where can people find you?
At You Me the Movies on YouTube. We're watching Wayne's World today. My wife's first time watching. And then next week will be Wayne's World 2, which is both of our first times watching. I've never seen Wayne's World 2, so watching that. And then you can find me later today streaming some games for a short bit today because I'm doing another podcast later today. I'll be on the Monday Hangover with Drunk 3PO later today.
Oh, nice.
At Rabble Wrangler on YouTube if you want to watch some gaming streams with the best in the West.
Say hi to Jay for us.
I will.
Yeah, that's great. Jay Rex, thanks so much for gifting a membership to Silence, you idiot. Appreciate that. And Saint says, I appreciate you, normal men and women. Well, thank you guys very much for joining us today. We'll be back at it tomorrow. A quick reminder, coming up on Wednesday, I'll be playing Grandpa High on Retro over on Side Scrollers Plus. Please join us then. Also, check out our sponsor today, Magic Mind. The link is down below in the description. I cannot, seriously, whenever I don't use this stuff, whenever I don't drink this stuff, I notice it. And I very much enjoyed it. Use this QR code right now to go check it out. You get 60% off your first subscription over there. It's a great product. I highly suggest it. Definitely go check it out. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Fatality.